In the past 18 months, the US Congress authorized more than 25% of GDP in spending to respond to the COVID-19 pandemic. The latest development is the $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan promulgated in March by President Joe Biden. The scale of policy support was one of the key factors behind the faster recovery from the COVID-19 crisis in the United States. After the emergency response to the corona crisis, the Biden administration has turned its attention towards the next step of its economic agenda, infrastructure investment. In August, the Senate approved a bipartisan plan to invest more than $1 trillion for this very purpose. This includes $550 billion in new spending. While some hurdles remain, the bill authorizing this spending could be promulgated this fall. Although far smaller than the initial plan proposed by the Biden administration, this would still represent the largest investment in US infrastructure in decades. The Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act aims to improve the country's aging infrastructure, address climate change, and improve broadband internet access. Most of this new spending is directed towards the country's transportation infrastructure, with nearly $300 billion invested for this purpose. In addition, about $240 billion will be invested in utility infrastructure, power, water, and broadband. The bill passed by the Senate falls short of the administration's initial climate change ambitions. Clean energy tax credits were scrapped, while investment in electric vehicles is 90% smaller than initially envisioned. Economic research broadly agrees that public investment in infrastructure has a high rate of return on GDP growth. If promulgated before the end of the year, the bill could therefore add a few tenths of percentage points to GDP growth. Research also suggests that spending in infrastructure yields long-term productivity gains. From a sector perspective, American heavy industries, construction, and transport are likely to benefit the most in the short term. On the downside, the Congressional Budget Office estimates that it would add about $250 billion to the federal budget deficit, potentially offsetting some of the positive effects. It remains to be seen what the bill will eventually look like and when it will be passed. After the emergency response to the corona crisis,
Maintenant, on a un magnifique camion FedEx qui vient de
clean energy, and when it will ultimately pass. Okay.